Hey, welcome back. It's been a day or two since I recorded anything, but I have been working on stuff. Including, I've got I think I have some stuff in here, right? Yeah, sand, which honestly might be all the sand I need to finish the monument. I'm not promising that, but it's possible. I have some glass to play with, which is going to help with the sand. And I've got some sand, which is going to help with the sand. And the reason it's all going to help, I went around. Well, let me go over here first. I went around. No, let me go this way first. I'll tell you the other thing. Have it with me. Um, I went out. There's a string of monuments in that direction. I don't know. I think I hit 4 of them. That, almost would have been worth recording, but it took like 7 hours. So, it would have been a lot of pausing. I have this many sponges now. Um, One of the monuments didn't have any, at least not that I could find. I gave up eventually. The others, I think, 2 of them had 1 sponge room, and 1 had 2. It seems, I don't know, I wasn't really tracking that hard. What matters is I did that, and it happened. These are good to have for a reason. Um, Bought up some glass, got a bit of sand, and the important thing, I guess, or at least it doesn't do that much good immediately, but it will. I'm gonna boat my way over. That's just good for me. I'm really twitchy on this trackball. I don't know why. It's not like it's a brand new trackball. I've had it for, I think, probably about a year. It's just more me. I'm just twitchy. I don't know why. I went ahead and lined. I'm gonna have to swim to show this off a bit. I already had the sand. We can see a column of a pillar of sand right there. And there's one on each corner, although on the other 2 corners it's also because there's a whole wall of sand, which means that I have some sand. It's in place, so I can't do anything with it until I'm ready. If I lose the boat and go swimming a bit, I can at least point out I've concluded that those guys, if you can just see it in the distance, the Guardians, don't spawn this far out. So this is all safe. I've gone ahead and put in glass along. There's sand already, because that way if it drops down, it doesn't land on like one of those damn things and the kelp and not stick to the ground correctly. I went ahead and kind of shadowed it on the outside a bit with glass. And the important thing, if I bring up numbers, looking at 34, getting up because I'm going to not work going through a solid object. Over here, there's something of a valley, canyon, chasm deal. French, I guess. I'm about to drown. But, 30... I'm going to surface first, apparently. There's a spot here where it goes down, pretty far. And I just kind of made I was intending, but I just officially made the call to, not caps lock, that does nothing. Right here somewhere, unless I skipped over it no, it's here. There's, this thing. I'm gonna lock in the base of the glass, at least, at looking at 32, targeted block on the right. Down here, liquids, but also is not relevant. It'll probably be a factor in dumping sand in here, and I'll have to make sure that, like, this stuff isn't here, I guess. But apart from that, that's how far down I'm going to go with the glass. And then put in a floor. It's all kind of long-term even now, but eventually I'm going to have all of this drained, that thing destroyed. There's an obsidian block in the middle of the top of it, which is going to remind me which is the middle of it, from which I build out a certain amount. But yeah, the floor that I'm going to put in, and probably like carpet it, because it will probably get slimes on something this size, is going to be on 32, where this is looking at 62. So 30 blocks down, 30 meters. Which works for me. I'm fine with that. Don't care about your kelp, but thanks. Give me these while I'm thinking. I'm going to do this just real quick. Which means I'm going to... Yeah, I almost wonder at this point... Because last time, just on a whim, because the ladder was saturated, I put in this column of glass, forgetting that it was necessarily going to have... In fact, I probably... Yeah, because if I put the ladders here, I couldn't have, because there would have been this to block me from getting in the little corner. So I went in one and forgot, so when I didn't have glass here, the ladders got saturated because of stuff. Let me see. So this is actually relatively dry to about there. Which doesn't matter that much, except there's two ways I can handle this. I can go over there and I'll do this first. Hang on. I can do this. I can't really reach below that point, which really sucks because I don't have a way up over here. So what I can do is drop into the water, decide that probably... Is it nighttime? No, it's noon. It just got dark as I jumped in. Probably about there ought to be good. Let's find out. That got... Okay, but now I can't reach it. The only way I could reach it at this point would be to put down a water bucket or go all the way around or put in ladders. I don't think I have any on me now. So I'm going to get out and go around and hang on. And getting out is awkwarder because I have to go all the way down to get to the dry part, which is otherwise I'll fall and hurt myself, and I don't need to do that. So yeah, I'm looking at walking all the way, swimming all the way here, walking all the way back over once I get up the damn ladder. So climbing up, then walking back, then pausing because it's just going to be that. Hang on. So being back over here, now I've got something here that I can, I have, oh, I got, what did I must have got hit by a fish or something. Or I just didn't get him. Wonder if that happened when I was fighting Elder Guardian. I don't really know. Point is, I have feather falling, so I can just, get this just right, fall down. Doesn't really hurt me that much, and then I can go back to just doing this, and we'll lose another, I think, lose a whole other layer of water. The alternative... Let me do that. I don't need to record it. You've seen this before, right? You're seeing it now. It's just this, but more of it. Hang on. Incidentally, now it's nighttime. I think I'm like halfway. Yeah. It's 130 meters wide, so I mean, 2 stacks of 64 is about that, 128. It's actually, yeah, it's just about exactly right because the sand against the wall is, and then, yeah, it's about 127 maybe, actually. Still doing this, you know. And there's really no good reason to go all the way to the wall because there's no water. I can just drop down from here to about the same effect. Actually, I don't really need to drop down except the sun went down, so maybe take a nap real quick. And if I happen to fall out of this bed when I get up, that's a problem. I didn't. Okay. Let's put that away, and then let's do the usual, which is get this. I've got 7 dry sponges there, another 57 there. A lot of these will be dry, but it doesn't, I can walk backward at full speed with this hoe. Do this until they're all gone. Right. When I get to when I back into the wall, I'll probably miss the one I'm standing on, then I can decide a couple of things, but not a big deal anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to break it and go because I want to illustrate the alternative, which is similar but different. It's more needless, but also faster. Let me pick all these up, hang on. Started with 2 stacks and 57. There's 2 stacks and 30. It would be 57, except it's 39, not 40. So I either need 18 or 40, depending which one I don't know if the one I'm missing is wet or not. I don't know where it is either, that's part of the problem. It's really damned easy to lose at least one of these every time I do this. Which, if you have enough, doesn't matter. There it is. Doesn't matter that much. But, is it dry, maybe? Wet. Okay. Well, wet doesn't help me very much. Actually, in a way it does. I'll explain that when I do it. Let's do this the faster, dumber way, which is get to the... I think I can just fall into some water anyway. Go up the ladder with what I've got, take the wet ones because they might as well be placed... Oh, you know, I gotta know something. You know, I can find out these days. They tell you what the water level actually is. So if I looked at just broadly, targeted fluid is 53, targeted block is 55, 54, 53. So if I call this 50, I almost wonder if I can get away with 50. That'd be great. That would, you know, get me a lot further down than you'd think. Let's aim for 50. If I'm wrong, there'll just be patches where I have to deal with it. So 53, 50, 50. Throw that right there, from which I can just step off the ladder. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Put it in the middle, that's important. Wet sponges that don't help, but fill up spots. Then we... Okay, but then we get some dry ones ready. Which I can't back up correct. Oh, this is going to suck. I'm going to fall down and have to use the ladder again, aren't I? Yep. Also, I missed, so that's neat. Lose this, I don't care. Well, you know, that it would be faster if I hadn't got that wrong. I should have used a... I should have left it... Oh, interesting. Ooh, okay. Well, whatever. Dry, give me the thing. Now I can kill water as I approach it. If I see it, you can really see when it comes back in. Let me get a wet one in. Well, okay. It really kind of... It's above me pretty hard, pretty far. But if I keep up the pace on this instead of stopping to look at it, it should, it might make a few more sponges wet than otherwise, but it does get rid of it in a huge hurry relative to doing it more cautiously. So yeah, the dumb part about what I'm doing this way is the first 10 or so are needless blocks, but since I'm using a hoe to pull them all up, it might as well... Why? Curious. Ah! Go to hell, get up. It sucks. I don't want to have to... I guess I'm going to have to either way. I need to be far enough... There it goes. I got it, good. Okay, now back up and don't be weird like that anymore. What was I saying? Yeah, it takes some redundant blocks to get started on this. I guess... There were any way to... I guess I could just drop down... Put one against the wall that... Dry or not. But I'll try that next, why not? It doesn't make a lot of difference, honestly, if I'm using wet sponges as a lateral scaffolding, but still. How far do I have to go? Probably a little ways. Probably another 30-ish. 25 or 30. I don't... If I stop to pause right now, it's gonna fill in the water, and I don't really need that to happen to me again. Almost done, anyway. Get the last bits done. And... Maybe it is closer to 30, what the hell? It's a lot. Okay, cool. Give me the wet ones so I have something. Give me... Just put that there. Then, yeah, same thing. Walk backward and smash. That's fine. And then swim and get them all. Yeah, next I'll try something else. Now I can pause it. Hang on. Alright, and these two, and I just... Oh, you know, maybe get... Yeah, that'll be fine. I can survive the fall down to here, I'm pretty sure, with my feather falling, so... Anyway, now I go just swim around trying to get every last one of these damn things, which, again, may or may not happen. That's not really up to me. All I can do is try. Hang on. It's raining, which you'd think would do things to sponges, but it doesn't. By the way, so I can keep counting. Yeah, I still need 2 stacks and 57, which, you know, in a base 8 thing where I've got 64 as a starting point is really kind of hard to just... It's not complicated, it's arithmetic. It's not advanced math in any way. I'm not doing calculus for this. Like, it wouldn't help if I did, because the game doesn't do it, so I can't really predict where a sponge is going to fall through calculus. I wish I could. But, yeah, it needs to add up ultimately to the 57 I can almost ignore. Except that at this point it might actually... At some point I might get to more than 2 stacks of wet sponges and then it will count. But yeah, at some point it's gotta be a number adding up to 64, 120, 192, but then minus the 7, I guess, so 185, I think. Which I could find out if I could do this without drowning for a second. I have... Are those both... Okay, so 64 and 2, and... Yeah, that's it. I can explain the numbers if you care. It is time to not drown. It is 64 and 64. Wet or dry doesn't matter. 55 and 2 is 57. That's what we want. Is it dark out? Okay, fine. I do have a fairly high non-zero chance of getting monsters to happen if I'm not careful here, so let's just not help. Then I can pull out the bed, because if I die, first of all, I'm not very likely to, and second, my spawn point is like 200 meters that way. It's not a big deal. Oh, I don't know why I'm going up here. I guess to point out the spawn point, but if you look at the compass, you can figure that out pretty quick. It's dead ahead, and just right there at that beach. So that's not even 200 meters, probably. Alright, so anyway, plan C, the sponge, wet, okay, I need dry. I don't have enough to do this. I gotta go dry these out. 2 ways to do that. Throw them in the ovenator and wait, or go into the nether and set them down somewhere, and it's immediate, it's instantaneous. You set them down and they become dry in a frame. However, I don't have a good place to do it. How many wet ones do I have? That many. I can try that. Let me get to the nether, hang on. What I can't really do is put half of them in the oven and have that, happen, because while I'm in the nether, out here doesn't exist. Hi, you do, that's nice. Do we have I hear a slimy, spicy slime. What is it? Hi, get out. No. No, this is why I don't want to be here. I gotta do something about these somehow. Don't touch, don't the hell touch. You either. There's a lot of them. I'm gonna go find a safe place, that's my point. I don't care right now. Whoa, I'm starting to care. Actually, let me think what... No, there's no room up there. On the other side, if I go to the desert, there is. I could probably just do this here, and it would actually prevent something important. Let me have this. If I just set this down, it's immediately dry. It won't go back in with the others. If I set it down in this span... Uh-oh, what the hell? Why in hell isn't it working? It didn't believe me about right-clicking. It's weird. It's back to not working. What the... Why? It's just on and off. I don't know. What if I... No. I don't know. It's really strange. It's not going for it. Well, the point is you do this and it's instantaneous, except that apparently I can't just do it. What if I... Give me all these. What if I just made myself a little spot? If I do this, does it work? Not really. Oh, it's the... hoe is happening too quickly. I gotta... That's annoying. My hoe is too good. Okay. Flip that. Give me the hoe back. No, the hoe, though. So I can hold right down, and I just have to actually individually click each... Oh, that's 64 more... 51 more times of this. Hang on a sec. So that is, in point of fact, faster than the oven. Hi. You didn't take... He did, actually. No, you'll have to die now because you're wrecking my plans. Don't go... I get my sponge. I don't have to. I can lose it and not care very much, but... Still irksome. Where'd he go, even? Oh, he dropped it. He died or something. He's probably on fire. I have fire aspect on this thing. Don't. I'm busy. I have to get this. Shut up. Okay. I'm gonna kill these guys for a long time. Hang on. I wouldn't care, but they won't actually let me leave. That's the problem. By the way, this is why I haven't decided whether to put, what is that? It's, not affinity, the, you put it on shoes to walk through water quickly, and I can't think what it's called. Anyway, it's one or the other. So that's, decision I have to make is whether I'm gonna put... I seriously cannot think what the hell it's called. It's... shredding? I don't know what, it's something. Nothing in here I need apart from food. Oh, I'm not even, oh yeah, I do food. Oh, I don't know what to do with these. Oh, that can just go in there, I don't care about this, but it can be more, stuff, which I think I made a couple of cubes just to do it, no reason. Don't need them for much, they're food, but I have, steaks or whatever. I'm gonna stash these, things, which are useful in a couple of ways. One, you can do these, which if you want more of those, and sometimes I do. Otherwise, you can use them in potions and, make fire resistance, which has its uses. I'm gonna go back over here and get set up to do the sponging thing, the third way. Hang on. Okay, let me get clear of any microwaving fish, and, bright side with killing those things, my armor's all restored. So I don't know what that was, it was something. So, option 3, and let me have... Option 3, I guess, is go figure out where anything is. We're almost done, huh? Okay. Let's figure the closest source block is going to be... I can almost do this from down here at this point. Can I? That'd be neat. Yeah, I really almost can. What about the highest point? Less tempting, that's a fourth way. Not really, I can't reach up and do it. I can swim up and put it right relative to what I'm trying to do. Let's find a... I shouldn't be looking for the highest point, I should be looking for the lowest. I think probably right there. And I can't get to that now because reasons, but, well, not just a single reason, is that I can't reach it, I can't bob up and land on it. I can climb up and land on it in a sec. Once I'm up and look for it, it's right there. This is going to get a little crunchy, but it should work. Is it this line? I think so. Now I can go out one, which doesn't even get wet, which is nice, and do it this way. So yeah, this is the third option, is just find a... It's really the same as the... It's just all the same thing. It's just starting points and whether it saves any time. Either way, you have to climb up at some point and drop down onto them. There's no... When I'm this high up in the water, there's no way to do it from... You can't really do it reasonably while swimming. It just gets... You're all over the hell, and you'll use 3 times as many sponges at best trying to get it to work. Doing this for... until I get to the other side. Hang on. Alright, and with that, you know, F2, right? Screenshot. Let me, I don't know why I hit I was thinking of something else. Take a nap because monsters. And we'll tear all these up, probably, we'll certainly have enough to do the final stage, apparently. Put the bed somewhere better, put, I don't have wet ones yet, so. Oh, that was... We know there's 57 there, so that's a good starting point. Back up and rip all the... Oh, don't hit that key wrong. Get all of these pulled up, or broken at least, and then we can almost walk through and get them all back. I think at this point there's really only one row left to worry about. One column. One row, yeah. Because everything left to get I can reach from standing on the bottom of this thing, so it won't really matter if the water's disappearing. It also probably won't take as many sponges as I've been using. I forgot I did that. Let me get these back, I guess I can. Alright, 5 and 46 and 2 stacks otherwise. What do you say? I need 5 more from somewhere. There's 3, 4... And they do evaporate after 5 minutes, so that's for the 57 necessarily. Alright, oh, to mention it before, you know, Helpy Smurf leaps into the comments without watching the whole video. So after that, I almost kind of wish that, something locked out comments until you provably watched the entire video, but it's not ever gonna happen, probably. I can just use what I have. You can conceivably build kind of a flying machine instead of even using sponges to, go back and forth. The flaw in that, is terrain. The monument existing means you can't really do that because first of all, it had to be 130 meters wide, or you'd have to section it anyway, whatever. You'd have to level that thing in the water with monster fish around you before you could really do something that scraped back and forth and replaced water with air. And also true when you get farther down where there's topography to the whole deal. It could work in a really controlled environment, which this isn't. It's really, it's awkward to try it, so. Let's instead do it my way, which is just banal, but it works. What did I just see over there in the water? Did I see a monster fish? It's possible. They can happen here. It's less calming because I'm right on the edge. I don't think so. Or I didn't live very long. If I just smack one of these here somewhere, let's see if it does the job I want it to do. It can be on the side, it doesn't really matter. Does that all go away? No, there's still... Yeah, it does. So far. It would leak in from the side there. Okay, so that, by the way, let me, I don't even care, just give me... break these out as I go. Right? Nah. That's a real good way to keep track of the number I have. Anyway, then just get here. And, basically do that again, and break the thing. And that looks kind of sourcey, so let's get rid of it. You can tell it's a source if it goes away, which unfortunately means you've already... That's a source. Means you've already wasted the sponge. You can use, like, a torch or something on some of the smaller puddle... Uh-oh. Can't actually go anywhere yet. Anyway, now here's where I really wish I had those shoes. I'm about to get them just to make it work. Are we... No, the problem is it's going to be twice every time, because it's just not... If I go lower, does it help, or does it just make it 3 steps? It may have helped. I really want those shoes suddenly. I got 90 experiences. I could probably get crammed onto my stuff. Well, you can also just kind of panic spam, and if you see water, do something to it. Yeah, I've got enough to do it. It's not going to be a big problem. I could even... Oh, damn it. Really? I'm missing a lot. Okay, well, this is more than I thought. Where are we on time? 28, so I'm almost done. Oh, it's, the far wall is glowy or something for whatever reason. This is actually kind of longer, but it saves on sponging, kind of. Sponginess, I don't know. I'm gonna do... I almost kind of want this to be sponges I can track. So I have 2 stacks and 12. That could be like that. I'm just gonna do this for a bit and then come back when it's more or less done. Hang on. Alright, there are some higher points here that I wasn't factoring for, so I guess what I'm going to do is try to get just the highest, well, near the high points. See what's left over afterward. It should at least get rid of some of the source blocks that are a problem if I don't, I can get rid of a decent percentage of the source blocks and then from there see what source blocks really remain. It's a bit more haphazard because I'm just bouncing, I'm not even sure that hit the spot that had water in it, but if it's close enough it works anyway. It just has to touch one corner, really. Or at least one side. At most one side. That's obvious gonna be there. Gonna get that. Then I can start pulling these up now that I'm not so chaotic. Get water. Water. I don't really care if I use all these up. I'm gonna put them all in the oven this time and get them back when they're done. How do I have... Oh, because there's a bunch on the walls. 48 is what I have, apart from stacks. So, that's a distinction. Yeah, I get that back, so I have it. Do this again. Well, by the way, wasn't recording, but I noticed it does... The absence of water, because you put sponges down, does get rid of, the seagrass. I'll show you. Let me make it work, and... the seagrass should just disappear as soon as there's no... Yeah, it's gone. There's no water supporting its existence, so... Even for a second, if I put it down and basically waste the sponge, because it'll just cascade in from above again. That's done. That big lump is a problem. Can I just hit it with this? How about that? Nope, one more. That is that. I'm going to get these sponges back. Hang on. 51 and 5 is 56, and 1 is 57. And then we're done in here, and it's really nightfall again? Oh. Be right back. I should think of... Oh no, I don't have any torches. Well, at some point I'll come back. I don't want any creepers happening in here and helping me, because they don't help very much. I'm out of time. I'm gonna get torches in the downtime on this thing. Let me get to the oven and put stuff in that we're gonna dry out. Hang on. Okay, quick trip to the oven to, I unpaused it too soon, I just did. Get some stuff into it. I don't know how many wet sponges I have, but I do know I have enough oven to do something on it. Wet, so it's these two. Oh, I guess. Those are dry. Which can go in here until I need it. You know. Just do this so I have a... What? Oh, because I have it. Yeah. I think I've got... Oh, I have 3 stacks ultimately, so there. Yeah, we're done with that. And, yeah, I'll figure stuff later. As long as I go back there during the day, like, either hang back this far because nightfall happened and let the sun come up, or just get it over. I do have torches. I can make them. I have charcoal and I have sticks. And I have torches. I have some torches. Where the heck? I think I had more. I thought I had a lot more. Where the hell did I put my torches? I don't know. Oh, you know, I might have put them in here. Yeah, I did. Sorry about that. Stash. And stash this one nether thing that I might as well not throw away. I guess I don't care. And we're done for today. As noon approaches, which means I either have to sleep sometime or get back with the torches over there quickly. I'm far enough away, I think there's nothing over there right now, basically, is my point. I think I'm too far, I think I'm more than 128 meters away, so nothing exists over there. I'd have to approach it to make it start happening, so I should be okay. I'm gonna split. You can, like and subscribe and come up with ways to use sponges and hit the bell for notifications. Whatever in the future they come up with to make it even more arduous to interact with the internet. They're just miserably weird. Gotta split. See you later. Bye.